Welcome back to the program. So, where do I even begin? For the past 3 days, there's been some type of issue. From what I am understanding, it has not been a quote-unquote attack. But yet, the people that look after the website have done a little bit more deep diving, if you will, and they have figured out a very sophisticated way of redirecting people to a page that says it doesn't exist. Now, the weird thing is that for admins like myself and Shannon and others, it does work. It works fine. But for you, it does not. And trust me, I've gotten the emails and I've gotten the messages about it. So, for the foreseeable future, I will be putting every show on the homepage. That means that you can come to the website and you do not have to log in anymore. However, when you watch the video on the homepage, you can't comment. So, in order to be able to comment, you can go to my email, askjoshbernsteinanything@gmail.com, and you can leave me a comment about each day's video there, and I will go there and I will answer you back in those comments, in those emails. Now, things are going to be changing drastically for the way I deliver content. Not going to get into the specifics of it yet, but I will tell you this. When it does happen, it's going to be a lot easier. You won't have to worry about attacks. You won't have to worry about the thing being down. I mean, it's going to be different, okay? And still 7 days a week, and it's still going to work out really well. Still working on the plans for that. Nothing is in concrete. So in the meantime, let's just continue to have the show every single day right here on the homepage of jbushow.com. The other thing is I am going to be working with about 200 radio stations, not to do a show because it's way too expensive, but I am going to have an ad for my book, Preserving Liberty, on 200 radio stations across the country starting in April, so in just a day or two. Actually, I think April 6th is going to be the launch time. And so it's a 30-second quick ad that'll go on a whole bunch of different conservative shows across the country because I'm really trying to get a lot more sales on Preserving Liberty. It's not been anywhere near where I was thinking it was going to be or where I was hoping it was going to be. You're also, each and every one of you, in the very near future, going to get a free copy, that's right, a completely free copy, PDF copy, of Preserving Liberty. More details to follow on that later. Now, the other thing is this. We're in a bad spot right now. Very bad spot in the world. Just about 4 or 5 days ago, Vladimir Zelinsky said publicly that President Putin, or Vladimir Putin, will, quote, be dead soon. Now, he didn't specify. He didn't say that he knows that he has some kind of disease or cancer that he's not disclosing. No. He just said he will be dead soon. Now, that tells me that he planned to assassinate Vladimir Putin because the motorcade blew up and Putin has said, point blank, any attempt on his life will be met with a nuclear, that's right, a nuclear response. Zelinsky is a fucking moron. He is an asshole. He is a Ukrainian clown. And quite frankly, he is the impediment to peace. I just pray that cooler heads prevail here and he does not do anything nuclear because that could affect the entire world. Hopefully, he's going to use precision tactics to respond accordingly to what Zelinsky tried to do to him. And let's hope he's successful with that because Zelinsky needs to go. for the entire world's benefit, Zelinsky needs to go. And I could only hope and pray that it happens, and happens swiftly and quickly by the Russians. I'm not going to get into more details. Now, apparently, there's even been some talk of a preemptive strike against Iran. I don't know if that's going to happen. It's just some rumblings that we're hearing. But you couple that with the talk about Greenland and what's going on there, and we have a lot of precarious, is the right word to use, global issues that could all be coming to a head. So all I can say at this point is continue to pray. Remember this, the globalists, Zelinsky the clown, they would rather blow up the world in nuclear war than allow President Trump to win a historic peace accord with Russia and Ukraine. That's what they would do. They would rather have nuclear war than allow President Trump to have a historic win globally. That is who we are up against, and those are the types of sickos that are in this world. And so, yes, things are better. President Trump is in office, but they are doing everything they can to destroy this man, his legacy, and his presidency. And it can't happen. Not this time. We are not going to let this happen. I've heard that the House Republicans are getting ready to introduce the No Rogue Rulings Act, possibly in the next 2 weeks. So that's good. That means that they're getting on board with that. But the other thing is, the Supreme Court has to take the case against Boasberg and Howell and Chang and Maida and whoever the other judges are. They have to take the case. And I'm not so sure they're going to do that. Because if they don't take the case, then they can let it sit. And they can let it fester. And if they let it sit and fester, guess what? If President Trump and his administration are not completely ignoring these judges, which I am starting to find out that they are ignoring these judges. They are flat out ignoring Boasberg. I know that for a fact. They are not complying with anything he has said. And they have also appealed and said, we'll see you in court. So that's good. But there's a couple of other judges that are still also doing some of these things. But just like I said the other day, I don't know if you had a chance to hear it because of this craziness with the new releases section, but there was some major wins at the appeals court for President Trump and his administration. USAID can be shut down. USAID and all the people can be fired. All the people that he gave 8 months worth of severance pay to and fired in the beginning in February and January, all those people, the judge ruled, the court ruled, can also be fired. So that's over 200,000 people that'll be gone. So there are some good things, but it's the tortoise and the hare, okay? The tortoise will win, but sadly, it's a tortoise. And we want action now. And that's what they're doing. These left-wing scumbag judges are trying to run out the clock. They know they're going to be overturned at the higher courts, but they don't care because they're so baked in on hating him and, more importantly, protecting their own asses because we know how much crimes have been committed and a lot of these judges are guilty. And I'm talking major stuff, RICO conspiracy type cases against them. The question is, will Pam Bondi prosecute? And will President Trump order her, as his Department of Justice and Attorney General, to prosecute? Again, these are things we don't know. But right now, the world is literally almost going to set off, sadly, because of what Zelinsky did and tried to do to Vladimir Putin. Pray tonight, please. Pray tonight that cooler heads prevail and that we do not have any nuclear strike against Ukraine or anywhere else in the world. God help us. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.